Hey guys, how's it going? In this assignment, okay, this is the video to show you how to complete this assignment in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so if you have access to Microsoft Excel, I want you to click on this link right here, and this should allow you to download a file to the computer. Okay. This is the example, the sample assignment that we need to do, that we need to use. Okay. All right. Once it downloads, it ends up down here. Okay. And this is an assignment that shows you a little bit more about formulas, specifically the different ways that you can add up numbers in Excel. All right. So what we need to do, we need to click on Enable Editing right here. If you see this yellow bar, if you've downloaded the file and opened it up, you need to click on this Enable Editing button right here. Okay. All right. Once you do that, now we want to save as. All right. We're going to save it to the Documents folder, and let's call it Excel 3 with your first name, last name. If I can spell it. All right, there we go. All right. So there's 8 problems, kind of like math problems, right? There are 8 areas that we need to work with here. Okay. So here's the thing. You could add these numbers up with a calculator, okay? You could add them up in your head, right? All right, but that's not the point of this assignment, okay? The point of this assignment is to learn how to write formulas for Excel, all right? So if you'll notice right here, we have number 1, okay? Add this column of numbers using the plus or the addition key between each cell address that you click on. Okay. So here's what that looks like. We're going to go down to A22. Go down to A22. And in A22, I'm going to type out equals because that's what the that's what the formulas start with. We're going to type in equals. And then I'm going to click on this first number right here, okay? You can either click on it or you can type in a 9 and see how it highlights it, okay? All right, and we need to add the plus key. So I'm going to type in the plus key. Look at what's going to happen down here, okay? And I'm going to click on a 10, hit the plus key, a 11. Plus key. This is adding up these numbers. You just keep going like this. Okay. After you click on the last one, after you click on A21, you don't need to add a plus sign. If you accidentally put a plus sign at the end, okay, and you hit enter, it will automatically correct it. It will come up with an error. And you just hit OK, and it should be fine. But we have equals. Let's review this one more time. Okay, you can either see it down here in A22, or you can see it up here in the formula bar. We have equals A9 plus A10 plus A11, so on until A21. Okay. After you get to A21, I'm going to hit enter, and it will give us a total. So this is like adding them up in Excel, but we're not using the numbers, we're using the cell addresses, as you can see here. A9, A10, right? We're not using 40, 90, 54, 67. So that way, if we ever had to change a number, the total would automatically update. Okay, that's the most important thing about it. Okay, you should have got 826. Okay, all right. The next one, we're going to add it up a little differently. Okay, we're going to use what's called the sum formula. So I want you to, if you need to pause the video and work on number 1, you can do that. Pretty much what you're doing, just copy exactly what I have here in the video in the formula bar for A22. Just copy exactly what I've got in the formula bar and you should be good. Okay. All right, now on to number 2. Like I said, do one at a time. Pause the video if you need to in between each one. But I'm going to go just a little faster. Again, you're going to want to, each one of these is going to be different. So on number 2, don't do the same thing that you just did on number 1. Okay, this is going to look a little differently. Okay, so we are going to start with the equal sign. All right, we're going to start with the equal sign, but I'm going to type in SUM. I'm going to type in SUM, and I'm going to do a parentheses. Okay, you can follow along down here in C22, or you can follow along up here in the formula bar, and you can see what I have. So if you notice, this little pop-up box right here in the white comes up, but it says equals sum with the parentheses. Now I'm going to just click on my first number right here, okay, and I'm going to do a comma, and I'm going to click on each one. Okay, I'll just do this real quick. Okay, after the last one, after C21, I'm going to do another parentheses to close it out. Okay. All right, so we have equals sum with the parentheses, and then we have all of our cell addresses listed here from C9 to C21, and I put commas in between them. Okay. Basically, it's the same thing as it's the same thing as adding them up, but we're doing it in a different way. We are writing a different formula. Okay, let's go ahead and hit enter. You should have gotten 787. All right, this next one, if you need to pause the video, you can. This next one says add this column of numbers by typing the sum formula and typing in two cell addresses with a colon in between them. Okay, the colon are the 2 dots. So basically, here's what we do. Now we are going to type the equal sign and the SUM with the parentheses, okay, just like we did with the previous one, but this one is going to be different. Okay, Excel will do this is something pretty cool, I think. I think it is. So we're going to do the first one. Okay, we're going to do the first one, and I'm going to do a colon, which are the 2 dots, and I'm going to click on E21. So E9, the first one, E21 is the second one. So here's what's happening. Okay, we are telling Excel to add up all the numbers between E9 and E21. Okay, so this is like it's called the range of cells when we do a first and a last. Okay, E9 to E21. Okay, so and everything in between. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter, and it's basically a different way of adding up all the numbers in the list. Okay, now it's about to get a lot easier. So all this is this one right here. This one is built in to Excel. So instead of typing it out on this one, number 4, add this column of numbers using the auto sum button and pressing enter. So I'm going to come down here to, whoops. All right, I'm gonna come over here to G22. I'm gonna go to G22. I'm gonna come up here to there's 2 places to find it. One, you can find it under the Home tab over here where it says Auto Sum. Let's look at this little drop down here. We have Sum, Average, Count Numbers, Max, and Minimum. Okay, we want to go to the Sum formula. Okay. You can also find it under this Formulas tab. Okay, here's the Auto Sum. Sum, average, count numbers, max, minimum. Okay, pay attention to what these are because we're going to find these down here on 5, 6, 7, and 8. That says Does that say 3 or that should say 8? Anyways, all right, so let's do, I clicked in G22, okay? And I'm going to come over here to the sum. Watch what happens. It's smart enough, Excel is smart enough to know that we want it. See how it automatically adds this up? If you recognize this, it says equals sum, parentheses, G9, colon, G21, close parentheses, okay? That's the exact same formula that we wrote for number 3, okay? But Excel did it for us. So how awesome is that? So these are the totals that you should have gotten, okay? Now I don't want you to just write in the numbers on these. I want you to write the formulas, and I don't want you to use the numbers like 40, 90, 54. Use A9, A10, A11, etc. Okay. Use the cell addresses. Now for these ones, I'm going to go super fast. Okay. Just to finish up this video, I'm going to go super fast. This says use the formula command to find the average. So average is what we need. Okay, so I'm going to click on A45, and I'm going to go to auto sum, and I'm going to go to average. Okay, it writes out the formula for me. I'm going to hit enter. Boom, it gives us the average, 77.07, etc. Okay. Number 6, use the formula tab to find the maximum number in the list. Okay, maximum number is the highest number. Okay. Okay, so let's do this one, and let's go to maximum number from C32 to C44. I'm going to hit enter. Okay, right now it says 22. Let's change. These shouldn't really be in order like that, but let's change. Let's change 13 to 33. I'm going to hit enter. Look what happens to the total. Okay, it tells us that the highest number, or the maximum number in our list, is 33, or is, well, it was 22, now I changed it. So it automatically updates depending on what you have in your list, okay? Same thing for number 7, that should say number 7. Use the formula tab in the to find the minimum number in our list. So I'm going to click on the, right there, the total. I'm going to come up here to auto sum. I'm going to go to the minimum, okay? And it automatically knows which ones we're going to do, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, it says 87, but what if this was 15? Okay, automatically updates. Okay, I hope that you can see how this is going to be useful in the future. All right, last one. Use the count numbers formula. Okay, count numbers means it's going to give us the number of cells or number of boxes that have numbers in them. Okay, so 13. Okay, there are 13 boxes in this list that have numbers in them. If I deleted this one, okay, and hit enter, okay, look at what happens. Okay, it gives us the numbers. There's 10 numbers in our list, or a range of cells that have digits, have numbers in them. Okay. So we should have a total of 13. Okay, guys, that's it. That's it. Once you get these ones done, okay, and pretty much for the first 3, you can follow along, type in exactly what I did. Type out the formulas. For 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, you can just use the auto sum function. Okay, and that's it, guys. Save the file. Save it. Make sure you know which one you're turning in. That's why I had you do a save as, to make sure that you knew which one to turn in. Okay, and then we're going to close it out, and then you can turn it in. Okay, guys, as usual, let me know if you have any questions, and we will talk to you later. You can send me an email. You can message me directly through Canvas, or you can join up with my office hours, and we can talk through stuff live if you have questions. Okay, all right, guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.